Now, thank you for being here. So, on day one and day two, we'll talk on the two emotions we often confuse when people shut down on us or pull away. We said it's either emotional overwhelm or it is core insecurity, deep rooted fear. We talked about how to identify these um, emotions when they are in display on day two. So, on day two, we said people who are avoidant in nature aren't really mean or heartless people. These are people that social media people tag as game players or toxic. So we said these people aren't necessarily mean or heartless people. They are this, let's say a person, if an avoidant person is someone who has learned early in life not to depend on people, because depending on people means to them, depending on people means that if they will eventually let them down. So in their heart, they are like if I do not depend on you, if I do not need you, you will not hurt me. So they never do anything. They never depend on the when relationship becomes serious or comes close, their brain starts to panic and then they start seeing love as a trap. So we actually talked about the signs that these people exhibit. So a recap of the sign is that one, they are super independent. Emotional avoidance people, people who are afraid of closeness, are super independent. They take pride in doing things for themselves. They never ask people for help, even when they are going through trials. They never open up about their pains. Sign number two is that they play dead during an argument. You probably must have been arguing over a particular cause or discourse at hand, and then they will just be staring at you. They'll just look. They might not say anything, or they leave that room. And then sign number three is that they withdraw when the relationship gets serious. When they notice that, oh, after a good moment, a good outing, you actually had an intimate moment or you had a deep conversation. When these people see that this relationship is becoming very serious, they pull away, they start acting distant, or they start getting very, very, very busy, or they don't even reply your chats. So this evening, what we are coming to discuss what will happen when these emotions collide. That is the toxic cycle of chasing after someone who is pulling away. This is day three, and this is what we are discussing today. So um, this is how it starts. We said that an avoidant person or someone who is emotionally overwhelmed needs time to themselves to self-regulate. The best way, let's say, like the example I gave, the avoidant person in relationship, once they see that this relationship is getting close, is about becoming too emotional, about becoming too attached to the person. This love is really sorry, is really going high. When they notice this, their brain begins to panic. So they withdraw. The emotional language they're speaking is that they seek safety in isolation. I don't want to use the word isolation. They seek safety in privacy because already their brain is already signing an alert, giving them alerts like you are becoming too close. This person is becoming too close. You're becoming too dependent on this person. So because they don't want to be that vulnerable, they withdraw to seek safety from their privacy. When they withdraw like this, the people who are in relationship with them, their partners, they tend to notice this withdrawal. They tend to notice this their coldness, them being distant. They, on the other hand, too, they start panicking. Like this is when you see their partner start asking questions. What is wrong? Did I do anything during our date? Did I say something that bothered you? Have I done something wrong? What is wrong? Like they start texting, they start asking the what's wrong question, they start getting worried. Now, to the partner that is involved with an avoidant person, at this time, they too, they start exhibiting anxiety. They start getting anxious because now what their emotion is telling them, the emotional language in display when an avoidant partner starts checking back, starts probing to know what the reason is why their partner is distant, is fear of abandonment. Are you or so these people start feeling that excuse me, their partner will start feeling that this person is not interested in me. Like, will start feeling like as though they are rejecting us, that they are losing interest in the relationship, or that they are acting, playing games. So you want to know what's happening. Why are you withdrawing? Why are you pulling back? Because you are anxious, you want to do everything possible to pull down the walls, to make them communicate, to make them respond and give you an explanation. However, in a bid for you to get them to talk, you're actually chasing and pushing them back. So this evening, as an emotional communication specialist, my job, yeah, or what I came to tell you this evening, is to make you know that I actually came to confirm with you that you are not going crazy, and that your partner is not necessarily malicious. It's just that you people are somehow accidentally in an automated loop. What do I mean by a loop? The best example I can use is a dog and a cat relationship. Let's say a dog that wants to play with a cat. Hi, good evening. Let's say a dog that wants to play with. Hi, Maribel. Welcome to Conversation with Inny. Thank you for joining me live now. So, and the example I was trying to give to as an example of a loop that we are going through in this kind of relationship or in this kind of pattern is the dog-cat relationship. Maybe a dog sees a cat on the fence. The cat is running on the fence or wants to get down and relate to the dog. So the dog is anxious, is happy. The dog is trying to do everything to tell the cat, oh, calm down, I love you, come and play with me, come and play with me. But because of the intensity of the emotion, this cat gets scared. And instead of coming down from that fence, they climb the fence even higher. So the best way to make this cat come down and play with this dog and relate with this dog is for the dog to stop chasing after the cat. Go separate, be on yourself, on your own space. I'm not saying you should leave them. You're not leaving them completely, but you're giving them safe. Give them space. Let them calm down. But when this dog goes off from that fence and stop chasing after the cat will feel all sense of comfort. The cat won't be pressured to calm down. So this cat will be forced to calm down, but on its own terms and on its own conditions. This is how an avoidant person is. An avoidant person can, or someone who is afraid of closeness, can be likened to these cats. The more you chase after them, the more they pull away. The more you try to break their walls, the more, hi, Henry, welcome to Conversation with Inny. The more you try to chase after them, the more they withdraw. The more you try to break their walls, the more they raise their walls higher. So the idea is that you are chasing after them, they are running away from you. You get panic and you chase them back, and then they get even the more panic, and this cycle keeps going. So the honest truth is that the best way for us to stop this loop is when either of these two persons decide to like just sit still. One of you will have to sit still, because if the two of you are panicking, if the two of you are on the run, you will never get to a solution, you will never get to a resolution of what you both, you none of you will get what you want. The person who is afraid of closeness is getting even more panic. The brain is sending an alert, oh, this thing is too much, this intensity of this emotion is too much. They are running even the more because they don't know how to process intense emotion. However, you that you are chasing after them, you are anxious too, because you feel that they are rejecting you, they are rejecting the relationship, and that is not what they are doing. Their brain is actually shutting down. So if you do not give them space or time to self-regulate, I thank you for joining Conversation with Inny. And please, if you are relating with whatever it is that we are discussing at the moment, you can leave your reactions or comments in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So, like I was saying, if you keep chasing after an avoidant person, excuse me, they will keep raising their walls. So one of us will have to sit still. If you are the person chasing after an avoidant person, the best solution you can do for them is to say, like we said yesterday, I understand and I've observed that you need space to settle whatever it is that you are going through. But when you are regulated, when you are okay, I'll be here. You can come, let's settle it. This way, you are, and then you give them space and know that whatever it is that they are going through is based on their okay. And whatever I'll answer you. Anyway, we are speaking on people who are afraid of being close. An avoidant person, most times we are in a relationship and then suddenly they shut down on us or they pull away. It's not like they don't love us. Someone who genuinely cares about you suddenly packs up in a relationship emotionally and pulls away. So we've been on a journey. This is our day 3. On day 1, we spoke about the emotions involved. We say when people act like this, it's either they are emotionally overwhelmed or they are expressing deep-rooted fear called insecurity. And then we talked about the signs in day 2. So I'm giving more or less like giving you a recap now. So we talked about the day 2. The day 2 was the signs that these people exhibit. These people are super independent. They take pride in doing things for themselves. They never ask for help. And even when they are going through challenges, they hardly open up. And then they play dead in an argument. Maybe when the conversation gets tough, gets intense, they stare at you, they give short replies, they might even walk out of the room or they go completely silent. What is happening there is that their emotional language they are speaking is that their brain is emotionally overloaded. They lack the basic communication tools to process the most intense emotion. So instead of them reacting, they shut down or they crash like a computer and then they withdraw to self-regulate. It's more like opening for an emotionally avoidant person who is pulling away due to overwhelm. What it is like when people are opening many applications on a phone at a go simultaneously. Let's say you open 50 applications on your phone simultaneously. Um, the possibility of it freezing is there. When your phone freezes, is it freezing because it doesn't love you, or it is freezing because it needs to self-regulate and start functioning properly? It doesn't freeze because it does not love you. It freezes because it needs to work properly and it's carrying too much load at a time. That is how it is with someone who is withdrawing or pulling away or shutting down because they are emotionally overwhelmed. They are trying to process different emotions at the same time. It can either be that they are upset, they are disappointed, they are tired, they are confused. So all of these emotions flooding their minds at the same time is too much for them to process in an intense relationship or in an intense situation. So they shut down or completely go silent. However, when it is due to deep-rooted fear, we say it is because these people, they already have in their mindset that it is as a result of fear of them inevitable rejection. They are scared, they are pulling away because they fear that you might eventually, if they are comfortable with you in that relationship, if they are comfortable with that situation and the relationship starts becoming emotional and comfortable, if they now depend on you, you will disappoint them. So psychologically, when people believe that they are unlovable, they first withdraw first. They'll first pull away to protect themselves from the possibility of you having to hurt them in the future or reject them. So they don't want to have to bear the pain of you rejecting them in the future. So they pull away, they withdraw from the relationship, they shut down from the relationship to protect themselves. So this is the journey we've been. So on today's episode, what we'll be talking about is when these people act like this, what should we do? When somebody is pulling away, when somebody is withdrawing, or when somebody just completely shuts down on me, even when the relationship is going fine, what should I do? So we are saying if we keep pushing, running after these people, if we keep pushing after someone who is emotionally overwhelmed or somebody who is withdrawing due to deep-rooted fear because of their insecurity and they believe that you will let them down tomorrow, we are saying you should give them space because the more you chase them, the more they keep running away and it will be like a loop. It is more or less like a loop, the more like a wheel that keeps rolling. So you keep chasing me, I keep rolling away, you keep chasing me. So the best solution for each and for the both parties is for one person to sit still. Don't chase after them. Don't try to force them to talk. Don't try to force them to communicate, to come around. Give them space. Let them self-regulate. Let them do. And if you're an avoidant person watching me now, if you can see yourself in any of this, or you can see that you've been with people like this, or you've experienced something like this, please leave your comments, leave your experience in the comment section. I would love to hear and I would love to know how you handle it. This is at day 3, so we still have 2 more days to go. Make sure you make it a day with me. If you haven't subscribed to Conversation with Inny, please do me the favor and subscribe. Henry, are you okay now? Are you clear? So, what should we do now in this case? If you are the avoidant person, or you are the person chasing after this person, stop chasing them. It is not necessarily about you or your self-worth. It is about what their emotions. It is about the emotions that they need to sit down and face by themselves. So if they need this space to self-regulate, if they need their privacy and their space and their quiet time to self-regulate, the best thing you can do for them and for you and for your peace of mind is to give them this privacy and believe that they will come around. Tomorrow we'll be talking on how to talk to these people who are who are afraid of closeness on day 4. So please subscribe so you won't miss out on this, because I'm going to give you the communication tools which you will use to talk to this person. So my job this night is just to come and remind you that as an emotional communication specialist, that you're not mad. Excuse my use of word. You're actually not crazy or assuming things, and your partner might not necessarily be malicious. They are just going through an emotional process. They are either emotionally overwhelmed or they are afraid that you might disappoint them tomorrow. So when they withdraw, give them space and let them come to terms with themselves. And if you are the avoidant person, when you notice that you are going through this process, it's not really nice to just shut down on people without even communicating the need for your privacy to your partner or to the people who are involved in your life. When you feel that the emotion is too tense for you, excuse yourself. Ask, oh, I think I cannot handle this right now. Just give me space. I need my Then you can always find a way to politely let them know that you need space to self-regulate or think things through. Because when you just shut down and pull away from them without any sign, is a form of emotional abandonment, and you are putting the other person through anxiety and self-doubt. This is what you do to people who are in relationship with you, that you just shut down completely because they're giving them the wrong impression about you. They might start thinking that you're a player, or they might start thinking that you're just being cold or you're a toxic person. And I am sure most of you are not that. It's just that we lack the emotional language to express what it is that we are going through. And that is why I am here. And if you are the person chasing after an emotional avoidant person, it is not about you. It has nothing to do about your self-worth. If you give them space to self-regulate and they take time and then they go, they were never meant to be there. However, remember, tomorrow we will be talking about how to talk to such people who are afraid of closeness, people who are emotionally overwhelmed and are shutting down, that they know even that they are not communicating. Tomorrow we will talk about how to communicate with this kind of persons in relationship. So please subscribe so you won't miss out on it. And let me leave you with this. The best thing for the both of you, or for people who are going through this emotion, is for you to stop running away from whatever it is that you are facing. Sit down with yourself and address your fear. If you are afraid of what is the worst that can happen, anyways, if you get close to somebody in a relationship, and if you're enjoying this conversation, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Conversation with Inny. I really want to make it a day with you again tomorrow. So I was asking the question, what is the worst case that might happen if you get close to somebody? Is it that yes, the fear of inevitable? Is it that whatever it is that you are afraid of happens, or it doesn't happen? So my psychology in life is that just give it a chance. Just give some things in life a chance. You can't keep closing off. You are depriving yourself of the things you are supposed to enjoy. When life is more of an experiment. None of all of us, most of us who are having successful relationships today are having them because we dared to try. We dared to give that relationship space, as in time. We dared to take a leap and say, oh, it's either it's good or bad. It's either it goes well or it doesn't go well. So what is the worst case if you're an emotionally avoidant person? If you're afraid, if you usually pull back when the relationship gets too emotional or becomes too close, what is the worst thing that can happen? Oh, is either they leave you or they stay. Is either you people find a way to work it out, or you notice that you are not compatible. That's the worst case scenario. Than I think trying it and saying that it doesn't work is better off than taking a leap, like taking to flights just because you fear or you assume that they would run away from you. So have you experienced this? Are you the avoidant person? Have you seen Can you recognize any of this sign? If you can, leave your comments in the comment box. And if you've been have you been with an avoidant partner person, do you want to share your experience, or do you agree with what we've said thus far? If you do, you can say yes or no in the comment section, or hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Remember, tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. West African time, we are going to take this discourse a little bit further. So when this, remember I said you should find a way to talk to an avoidant person. So when you start noticing this avoidance, what should you say to this avoidance person that will make them calm? I'm going to give you the communication tools tomorrow. So please make it a day with us. I am going to wait. I am so sorry, but okay. I'm waiting for you. If you've got any question for me thus far, if there's anything you want to say, do you want to react to what I've said? Do you agree? I'll just give us a few minutes to write our comments, ask our questions. If there's none, we'll call it a day. So let me be counting like 1 second, 30 seconds in my mind. One, two. So if there's none, we'll call it a day. It's been a beautiful time all through the 3 days. And I want to officially apologize to people who joined yesterday. I was quite emotional because 10 minutes into my coming live yesterday, I don't know what happened. I just opened my WhatsApp message. A friend has actually been trying to reach me yesterday, but she left a message, and then immediately I was ready to come. I wanted to cross check most what I had, and 10 minutes, a few minutes into my coming life, I just noticed that my friend lost her dad, and the person is more or less like a father to me. So it really got me emotional. So I was yeah, neither here or there yesterday in my live section yesterday. I apologize for everyone that joined me yesterday that the flow wasn't really much. I was quite emotional. I was trying to control it. I thought I was strong enough to handle the emotions without breaking down. But if you watch, and if you haven't watched the one and the two replay, there are things that we can learn from there. So thank you for making it a day with me, in line with me on Conversations with Inny. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So we'll meet again on day 4 tomorrow. Ah, thank you for your everything. Do have a good night to rest. Oh, they just switched over my lights. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Do you have questions before I go? Do you have questions? Going? All right, go on.